welcome to Living 757. Thank you guys for
Yes.
joining us once again, ladies. Good to see you. All of us are looking very fly, I have to say.
Of course, Quincy.
Give me a
at
second. Let me
you.
talk about my ankles.
Quincy.
I got my ankles out today. I don't know if they can see my ankles. My ankles are looking really good right now. Nice and oiled up. I think the outfit is dope, if you ask
Okay,
me.
I think so.
I love the pants because they remind me of one of my favorite movies.
Which movie? Is that the same one that I have
Look
in
at
mind?
his face. Look at his face. He's so mad. This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
You know what?
The skeleton.
You know what? I'm not gonna let y'all talk about my thrift store outfit.
And I,
Oh,
The pumpkin
Quincy. No,
king.
you look nice.
Right, yeah. We all look nicer, and we're gonna start
Nice
talking
like
about this
Jack
Skeleton. Okay, all right. You know what I realized outside of
Jack Skeleton.
outside of wearing this
For
nice
the skinny,
outfit?
it just depends because he's skinny legs too.
both.
Yes, I do have like little
That's what you
chiclet.
should be
little-
for Halloween.
I'm not gonna. Halloween is like another
Okay.
what 6.
But we already have the
12,000
custom for
years
you.
away.
We already have the custom for you. That's awesome.
I read
You
something.
know what I've? Okay, I'm listening.
I read something like Christmas is less than 170 days away.
Okay, I'm not even thinking about that right now. Here's
So
what
that
I'm
means
thinking about.
Halloween is
Because
60
he
days
doesn't like
closer than
Christmas.
that.
Okay, no. I'm cool with Christmas. Here's my thing, because now you done brought up Christmas.
Okay.
I just realized this month marks 20 years. 20 years that me and this coworker of our old job have been playing the Virginia Lottery, the Mega Millions. Every Tuesday of every week. If we miss Tuesday, then we play on Friday. For 20 years
Time out.
this month.
20
years.
Time out. Wait.
20.
You've been doing what for
I've been
20
playing
years?
we play 5 numbers.
The same numbers?
The same numbers
Once
for
a week.
20 years, once a
Every
week.
week.
Every week.
Okay, so
Why
let
do
me
you
get
do
this
that?
That is
straight.
dedication,
I'm
ladies.
trying to think of
How much money,
you've
Ashley?
lost because you haven't hit the lottery, right?
Well, clearly, because I'm
Because you're working. So you're here, so clearly you haven't like struck
Okay.
gold.
Let's make the
okay,
math. How
let's
much
see.
money you spend every week?
$5
Every week.
52 weeks a
Weeks,
year,
53,
right?
50.
Yeah, I'm hiding my jewelry. because
52 times 5,
Got the bling bling.
260.
Okay.
260 times 20.
Okay.
So
Okay.
26 times 2 is 52
I got to do
plus
this.
2 zeros. $5,200, and then she put in that much too, so y'all done lost $10,400.
Okay, I can't say we lost 10,000 because if you count the winnings that we've had, we've lost 9,900.
Wait a minute, Quincy.
Like we haven't won.
Okay,
much, but,
what
you
is
know,
the
it's-
point?
it's a
Like,
This is how gambling addiction.
Okay, I got a question.
happens.
I got just a question for
I
you.
might
I
have
don't
lost
get this part.
10,000, but I won 500.
Yeah, but why you didn't change the numbers after 5 years? It's been 20 years,
Because-
and they didn't come up. So why are you gonna do another 20 years more?
I'm not gonna take this ridicule coming from you, Patricia, because it sounds like you're judging me right now. Let me explain something to you.
You know what?
My level of dedication
Ay, ay, ay,
shows
chihuahuas.
that had I changed my numbers at any point, then I'd be looking 20 years later and saying, I wonder if I would have left my numbers the
Quincy,
same, could I have won?
But it's
Okay.
clearly that it didn't come up in 20 years and not coming out
Well-
in another 20.
Well, just know that I'm dedicated, and I'm dedicated to you ladies, so just know I'm not going anywhere. I haven't won anything yet with y'all, and I'm still right here.
Okay, so you're gonna share your winnings when you hit the lottery.
Here's my issue. I only play the lottery when it gets to like a really big pot. You know what I
Of
mean?
course,
When
of course.
everybody's
Same.
talking about go get your lottery
Right,
tickets. I'm
right.
one of those people. I play on those weeks. The problem is I spend it all in my head.
Right.
I've got my mountain house, my beach house, my new car. I don't know.
And then the numbers come out.
Maybe some silky chickens, a new pair
And
of
then
shoes.
actually realize it's better if I don't
And
play
then-
the lottery then.
Yeah, and then the numbers come out and I didn't win, and I have to take all that stuff that I bought
Back of your
and
head.
I have to return it in my head. And it's a really sad day every time.
Yes.
You know what? That's too much stress already for me. That's why I don't
Well,
play
look,
lottery.
well, you know, you don't deal with a lot of stress because this girl over here, Miss Acting Queen, gets booked everywhere. Meanwhile, we have to do auditions, and she just gets calls. Hey, we need you. Us. Hey, can you send in an audition tape? And Patricia just gets
Well,
it every time. So
The
what's
reas-
going on with all of your
The reason
acting?
why is because I've been doing it for so long. When you do it for more than 10, 15 years,
Yeah, I have.
directors and producers, they know you already.
No, they don't know me at all, clearly.
And they know I'm the accent girl in Hampton Roads, so they
Oh
know
my.
what they want. So they call me.
Gotcha. So you're an actress and you're a hand model.
I'm a hands model and an actress, and
Let me
thank
see
God
these
I'm been
hands.
working.
Let me see these hands.
Okay, yeah.
I'm been working a
You-
lot.
you know
lately.
what, though?
Thank you to my agents.
I hear
Look.
hand modeling is good money, and
It
you
is a good money.
and you deserve that money because tell the viewers what you do when you go to sleep at night. Tell them.
Okay, my routine, in order to keep my hands looking like this and pretty so I can keep working, you have to put a pillow on your bed right here, and you put coconut oil, like any oil that you have, and cotton gloves that it covers all the way up to here.
You sleep with
So
gloves on, Patricia?
I sleep with gloves, and then I put a pillow right here, and I sleep with the hands like this. Why? Because
You're a zombie, that's why.
No, you prevent for the vein and the blood going through your hands at night, and that's where they get swallowed. So that way they are smooth next morning.
Oh my God.
Look, Quincy, we can never be hand models.
Oh no,
Those-
my
those
hands
are
look
little
See all
like.
our veins.
For hands models.
Yeah, I look like I'm going through something right
And
now.
then you
Sounds
have
good.
to do this. When you watch TV, you can do the same thing. Bring your pillow and rest your hands like this, so you will never have stressed legs.
And this is the
Stressed
same girl
hips.
that sleeps with high heels on too. So this high heels and hands like
And I
this.
also have a cushion on my car. But when Ashley joined me on my red car, I show you why I have that.
Oh, I'm gonna ride with you to every concert this summer because you drive crazy. Summer concert season is in full swing at the Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater. My co-hosts make it really hard to keep a straight face because
we are.
their dance moves are silly. But without further ado, Eric Church is going to be at the amphitheater this coming Saturday, July 1st. He always puts on a great show. Go see him. It'll be lots of fun. And one my parents are really excited about, Friday, July 7th, Tears for Fears is going to be in town.
Not just your parents. I'm excited to see them.
Are you saying you're old enough to be my mom? Anyways, Big Time Rush is the following day, Saturday, July 8th. You might recognize this boy band from Nickelodeon. And then Friday, July 14th, Chris Stapleton is hitting up the amphitheater. And I have bad news for you guys because that show is sold out. So unless you're willing to pay some astronomical prices on the secondhand market, you might just have to park in the parking lot and listen from there. But you know what? His voice is so soulful. I'd listen from a parking lot for that show.
I'm sure you would, and there's also other music fans concerts. Like there's a tribute to the late great Tina Turner.
Oh my gosh,
She recently passed away in May, but there's going to be a tribute show to her in Norfolk. It's going to be happening December the 14th. The reason why we're telling you this because everybody loves Tina Turner. They coined her the queen of rock and roll. So definitely, if you guys want to see that, you want to go out, just search and look it up, and then go get your tickets because I'm sure it's going to be a great tribute show.
Yes, I think so too. I loved her. Great show. Also, 4th of July is right around the corner. It's going to be the next weekend after this one. And we have so much going on here in the Hampton Road area. And one of the events that we have is going to be the Great American Picnic and Fireworks. This is going to happen on Tuesday 4 at Town Point Park, downtown Norfolk, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Nice.
The firework display will be at 9:30, so get ready, get your chair, and go earlier. And then thank you to Fest Events. This event is completely free and open to the whole family, to the whole public. So get there earlier because parking is gonna be, it's gonna take some time.
Oh, yeah.
Every time that is 4th of July weekend, this is gonna be on Tuesday, so get ready
Nice.
for that. All right.
Also on Tuesday, Virginia Beach is having its own celebration. It's called the Stars and Stripes Celebration. That's happening at the oceanfront, starting at 7 p.m. on the 4th of July. There's going to be live entertainment, different bands at 17th Street, 24th Street, and 31st Street. The fireworks will go off promptly at 9:30 p.m. That's so exciting. I love fireworks. And if you want to find out who those bands are that are playing or what you can bring, what you cannot bring, you can go to beacheventsvb.com. I love 4th of July, y'all.
A lot of
Oh,
people
One
yeah.
of my favorite holidays.
Yeah, a lot of celebrations, a lot of things, and we got a great show, a great celebration, and we got a good delivery for you guys today, including a very near and dear to our hearts here, a labor and delivery nurse is stopping by.
And we also have a landscaping designer to give us tips for our backyards.
And we've got a live performance by country bombshell Celeste Kellogg. But first, our favorite foodie is in the house, and he is breaking down all the best eats and drinks for the summertime. Stick around. Welcome back to Living 757. I'm really proud of everything that we do on this show,
Yes.
but I really, really love this segment because it's where we honor hometown heroes. And the one we have today is so special. She's a labor and delivery nurse who just so happened to be holding my hand when I had Adrian, and I love her so much. Let's welcome Megan Harris.
Hi.
How are you, Megan?
Good. How are you guys?
We're good. Thank you so much for joining us. I love you so much.
Love you too.
Guys, I actually met her when I was in labor with my son. So, like, this is real love right here. Now, how long have you been a labor and delivery nurse?
Almost 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh
a
my
long time.
goodness. How did you get started?
So I did not ever want to work with men. Sorry for all the men out there. I knew from the beginning I wanted to work with women, and pregnant people are my favorite. I loved babies from when I was like 5 years old. So I was like, okay, this is for me. And they're like, oh, you have to do med surg first. And I was like, no, I think I want to go right into labor and delivery. So I did my externship as a student there. And really that was like a long 6-week interview and went right into it.
That is awesome. So, Megan, 10 years is a long time. I believe you saw so many deliveries, right?
Yes.
So, what is the most rewarding part of your job to being in the labor and delivery?
I think it's being there for a woman that's so vulnerable. So some people have 10 family members, some people have no family members, some people's husbands are on deployment. Some situations aren't so great and you have to be there for that person. So you're kind of like becoming a family member. And a lot of times I do. I get adopted.
And
by the
especially
families.
at that moment,
I
because
can
you have
attest.
so much nervous going
Yeah.
on. You don't know what to expect. That when you see our nurse right there, it's like, you are my savior. Tell me everything.
Yeah. And I mean, we had Adrian during COVID, so we were allowed no visitors.
Oh, we have some pictures.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was
First picture ever.
Yeah, that was our first picture ever. That was right before Adrian was born.
Yep.
That baby was born on my birthday. So they let me take a picture with that baby.
Oh, that is
Oh,
so
the
cute.
snuggles.
So cute. But yeah, I can attest to you being someone who automatically becomes family. When I saved your name in my phone that day, I saved it with the angel emoji
Oh.
and a heart because I was like, I don't know you, but I already love you.
Yes.
And I mean, she came back and hung out with us and helped us get Roku hooked up in the hospital room.
And that's how I feel too when I see the nurse, when you have at that moment. So now,
Yeah.
I just ask you about the most enjoyable part. What is the hardest part of your job?
The hardest part is that labor and delivery is not always happy. So everybody thinks, oh, we're going to go to the hospital, we're going to have a baby. It's like rainbows and butterflies. But my job entails a lot harder things as well because I did high risk for 7 years. So in that high risk hospital, we see losses, which unless you've experienced it yourself, you don't know about it.
Yeah.
You don't really think about it, and it's not to anyone's fault, but I didn't know about it before I became a nurse. And then you're like, wow, like people really experience a lot of things that I didn't know about. So trying to go from that in one room to the next room where someone's having a healthy baby, that is the biggest challenge I think I faced over the 10 years, to try and get your mind in those two different places, but be that person that that person needs and the other person needs in that same 12 hours.
And that's
Yeah.
why we call you heroes, because
Oh,
to have
absolutely.
the ability, Ashley, to, like you just say, from room to room, delivering good news versus maybe a loss is so incredible, and so proud that you can do that.
I remember one story you told me about somebody who had to deliver a baby very early, and the baby was born alive, but the parents were too upset.
Yeah.
And you said you stepped behind a curtain and held that
Yeah,
baby.
I feel bad. I mean, they have to cope with it on their own,
Right.
but I also have to cope. So you, in the moment, you have to be there for the patient, but I have to go home and live with all the decisions I make too.
Yeah.
So you got to
Yeah.
put on a face.
Ay,
So
yes.
sometimes when you go home and you have a glass
Yes.
of wine and you cry and you let it out, but then you have to go back the next day.
God
So-
bless you, and that's why God chooses the person to do this job. Now,
Yes.
if someone wants to do this career, what will be your best advice for them?
I think to shadow before you go.
Yep.
So find a friend, contact the hospital, come try it out, see what it's like, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, and they get there, and after like a week, they're like, this is not for
not
me.
easy.
Yeah, not for me. And that's okay.
Yeah,
But I'd
exactly.
rather you know like 2 weeks in than a year in, and you're like, oh man, I hate this, because
Yes.
you know that, the other nurses with you know that, the
Yep.
patients know that. So do what you love. And
Exactly, I love it.
nursing is a full-rounded career. You can do a million different things. So.
Yes, and we love
Thank
you for
you
that, and we
so
love
much.
all the nurses
Yes.
around the world, because they are doing a great, and amazing job. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you,
me.
I love you.
Love you too.
Now we have to go with Quincy, that he's also with our favorite friend, Patrick Evans Hilton.
Well, ladies, another person who delivers good things for our taste buds is back for another Virginia Eats and Drinks segment to share. Welcome back to Living 757, Patrick Evans Hilton. What's going on, my man?
Hey, how are you doing?
I appreciate
I am
you.
fabulous.
Well, good. You look fabulous. I like the shirt.
Thank you. Aloha is a state of mind.
You know what? I tried to get dressed for this segment like I was a chef, but
Okay, well, you look more like something out of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay,
But
all right.
you know, but that's a good movie.
yeah, you
It's a
know,
good
and
movie.
everybody has jokes about my outfit, but that's all right.
all
That
right.
is all right. Let's get into
Yes.
why you're here now.
Yes,
Okay, so
don't spill anything on that white, though.
no, I'm definitely not. Now, this is called a chili hot
A
dog.
walking chili dog.
A walking
A
chili.
walking chili dog.
Okay, I don't see any legs on it. Ha ha ha.
Well, they're your legs. They're your legs, because what you do is you pick this little sucker up, and then you take whatever utensil you want to. I think you've got some janky utensils
Right,
over
so I
there,
got something
right?
that match my
Yeah,
outfit,
we're
right?
not going to do that. This is too sophisticated for that.
Oh,
so we're
okay.
going to use the real deal.
So you use the real
and
deal.
you just walk around a party, an event, and you eat this. So now this is really a riff on a Frito pie, but you start with some crushed. I do Doritos here, just the
Doritos.
regular nacho flavor. I
Yeah.
crush those up. You could just use it in the bag and crush it up, and then I put some chili in it, and then I also put some hot dogs that I've grilled and then cut up into bite-sized pieces,
Okay.
and then some chili or some cheese, and then you could put anything else, some slaw. You could put some onions. You could make like a little buffet at a party. It could be fun. Everybody could dress up their own dog that way.
Okay, so they can dress up their own dog.
Sure.
That is
Woof,
hilarious. Woof, woof. Now, what exactly is this?
Oh, that's just rosemary. That's for garnish, because I like to make everything pretty like me.
I got you. You know what? I'm not mad at you, man. So you're just going to leave me hanging? Don't leave me hanging there,
you know.
Patrick. All right, so now what do we wash this down with? Because you always come with a great concoction.
Well, you know, blueberry season is here, and
Okay.
we love blueberries. You know, it pairs perfectly because this is National Hot Dog Month coming up, and so we got the blueberries fresh in market, and we have taken some beautiful blueberries. You can get these at a lot of area farms, farm stands. Westside Produce again has some, and then yes. And so what I've done is I've macerated the blueberries with some sugar, and I also have, thank you, I also have with some of this lemon liqueur that's from our friends from Chesapeake Bay Distillery, so it imparts that really beautiful flavor there. And you could use these if you wanted to on waffles, ice cream, or whatever, but you know me.
Oh, man, you done touched
You
my
know
arm,
me.
so I know you about
You
to
know
come
me.
with something.
We're going to use these in a cocktail, all right?
Okay.
So I've already put some blueberries in this cocktail shaker. I've already put some vodka, and I put some ice. So
Vodka and ice. So that's some real. So this is what now?
this is the lemon liqueur.
The lemon
If you,
liqueur.
You could use limoncello,
Okay.
but The lemon liqueur keeps things local, and our vodka is also from Chesapeake Bay
Okay.
Distillery too.
All right, so you
I'm
gonna
get
let me
this-
do the honors?
I'm going to let you shake this bad thing. I'm
okay.
going to let you shake the HECK out of it.
All right, okay, is it 1, 2, 3?
Oh, you got to
1,
do
2,
it
3?
more.
Huh?
Casey and the Sunshine Band. Shake, shake, shake.
Huh?
Shake, shake,
You gotta
shake.
move it. Okay.
Shake your booty.
Okay, well, no,
Oh, yeah.
no, I'm not
Well,
shaking
not
anything else.
the booty, but you,
yeah,
shake,
I'm
you
done.
can shake the. you
Okay,
can shake
so
it.
is it shook? Because I
It
see
is-
a
it's good.
blueberry.
It's
I see a
good.
blueberry lost in the sauce.
Oh, that's all right. It's not going to go to waste, trust me. And so now we are going to pour this
Oh, that's a
into,
special-
and so a martini glass, and I've already put in some more of the blueberries
Got you.
because we want to make it very, very good, don't we?
Very, very good.
Ba-dum-bum. You know, these are all great for a picnic
Okay.
as well. Do you know what a cannibal eats at a picnic?
No, tell me.
Barbecue.
Okay, I'm done. Because I'm a barber and my name is Quincy, so
Mm.
I don't want to be eating at all. So this is for me. Clearly, I cannot drink this. And I'm going to tell you why I cannot drink this. Because how much alcohol is in this?
There's a lot of alcohol in this.
Patrick,
I'm not gonna
okay.
mince words. You know, it's vodka and it's lemon liqueur, and
my
there's no
God.
mixers. But you know, you only have summer one time a year.
Okay, got you. All right, so I'm gonna sit this right here. Now, lastly, let's talk about some of the awesome places to eat and places I should know to eat. Now, we're talking about the Outer Banks, right?
Yes, yes. You know, everybody loves the Outer Banks this time of year. It's basically, it's our backyard. What a great, great place to go. And so I've come up with this brunch trail because you go down there and everybody loves to eat brunch or
Right.
breakfast, right? And so on my blog on VirginiaEatsAndDrinks.com and also with y'all's website, there'll be a list of all my picks. This originally appeared in Coast OBX magazine down
Okay.
there. So Art's Place for their crab cakes. You know, the Mama Kwan's for their cocktails.
Now, where are they located? Is that
They're all right down there in that Kill Devil Hill,
Kill Devil
Nag's
Hills area?
Head. But I've
Okay.
also included, you know, some even further down from Corolla all the way down to Whalebone Junction, that area
Mm-hmm.
too. And so some of my picks of the moment to really kind of make
Mm-hmm.
your summer delicious.
the summer delicious? Now, is there anything else you would like to say before we get out of here about what we just did? Because I can't eat that right now on camera.
Well, not right now on
Okay.
camera. I think that that
put
is.
it in
I
the
think that's what
microwave.
we call. Yeah, you need to heat it up, and also I just don't think it'd be a very good visual. You know, either. You know, it's a family show.
Well, you know
Quincy.
what? I know if I do eat it, I am going to have a sophisticated item in my hand. Thank you again, Patrick, for
Oh, my
stopping
pleasure.
by.
I always
As
love
always,
it.
and I'm not drinking that on camera. Now, when we do come back, it is summertime, so you know what that means. Cookouts in the backyard, but what does your yard look like? When we come back, we'll have someone to help us make it more appealing for people to see. We'll be right back.
This segment is brought to you by Virginia 811. Remember to always contact Virginia 811 before you dig. Learn more at va811.com.
Welcome back to Living 757. Now, Ashley, I don't know about you or even your husband, Keith, but I've noticed for some reason my grass in my backyard has just been dying all of a sudden. Is this happening to y'all?
I'm not really sure. I think that's more of like a man thing.
I knew you was gonna say something crazy. Look, I don't
What? No, okay. I do all the cooking. He worries about the outside stuff.
Gotcha.
So I don't think it's dying because I think he'd be complaining about it if it was.
Right. Well, I don't know
There
if
you
it's
go.
a mole or bugs or lack of water. Either way, I hope our next guest can help me fix the problem and can help us out with it. Welcome to Living 757, Trista Emmerich to the show. How are you doing, Trista?
Hi, I'm well. I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. And I know you just heard us talking about our situations here. But I got to ask you, so you are a landscape designer. Okay, so what's the focus as a landscape designer?
So, generally, as a landscape designer, I help clients, typically residential clients, so homeowners like yourselves,
Yeah.
to best utilize their landscape. So, when I meet with them, we're talking about how they function in their landscape, what kind of paths are they using, what's the flow, What kind of use do they want to have? How do they want to use the space? Do they need it for dining? Do they want to have a pool for fun? You know, do they want to
wow.
run around the yard with the kids? You know, so trying to decide functionally how is that going to best work for them, and then of course as a designer always having that eye for design as well, and making sure that it's just as aesthetically beautiful as it is functional.
Right, but what's the difference between the landscape designer and a landscaper?
So I think landscaper gets used pretty generically, and so, you know, somebody who's coming out to maintain your yard may be a landscaper, but as someone who has gone to school, gotten certified and these different things, as a certified landscape designer, and, you know, really have taken the steps to properly, you know, like understand all of the different things that go into design. That kind of is the differentiator between someone who's just coming out and doing landscaping, or the homeowner who's plopping a few things in the yard. I know you guys don't do that.
Guilty.
Versus actually doing, you know, designing the space and being intentional about it.
Okay.
Okay. I think the only part of my yard we were really intentional about was where we have our hummingbird feeder. We have this really pretty red honeysuckle next to it. I spent way too long at Home Depot trying to research what the hummingbirds would like. What kind of habitats can you make when it comes to wildlife in people's yards?
Yeah, well, and hummingbirds are a wonderful example because everyone loves to see them.
They're so cute.
And the honeysuckle is a fantastic plant for them, so well done.
Thank you.
Hopefully it was a native one. And then that's where I do focus my work, is on using native plants and creating habitat. So when you talk about that function within the landscapes, I'm focusing not only on the function for people, but also the function for wildlife. And so using those native plants, we're bringing in food and habitat for the wildlife. And so,
Oh, yeah, I can see the pictures there. Yeah.
yes, that one's actually in my own backyard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now,
And so, go ahead.
so we have some pictures, because these are some beautiful pictures of some, so is that considered a beautiful picture? Because that looks like a lot of
There's
brushes
a lot
and
of
stuff.
fall color going
Oh
on
gosh,
there.
so yeah, this is my yard.
This
so.
is not my landscape.
Yeah, yeah. So help me with something like this. So this is my yard. Grass just started dying, so I'm sure it's lack of water and all types of stuff, right?
There could be a number of different things. And honestly, as someone creating habitat, I don't work with a lot of turf. But yeah, I think, you know, if you have something like a dog who may be using the lawn for running around or something like that, you know, that could be the problem. Or we do have a lot of moles and voles in this area, and grubs from different things, Japanese beetle grubs. And there are organic ways of dealing with that too. So there's things like little sound things you could put in the ground, or putting out like milky spore in the fall. So there's a number of different things that could address that. And if you get really desperate, there are some really beautiful astroturfs these days too.
Duly noted.
Well, Trista, thank you so much for joining us. Your information has been up on the screen, so our viewers know exactly where to find you. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Now, if anybody loves the summertime, it's Patricia. And lucky for us, friend of the show, Cheryl is here to help her make sure she has the best summer ever.
That's right, Ashley. Thank you, guys. And that you just say, I love summer. And thank you, Cheryl, for being with us today, because we need some tips for this season. I love to be outside and enjoy outdoor activities, but let's start right into the point.
I know. Let's do that. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me back on Livin' 757.
Yes.
So let's start. Let's get you ready. Summer essentials and some prep tips. I'm going to start with Under the Weather Pod. Do you have any idea what this is?
No, actually, I was talking to you before. How about if I'm in the park and it starts raining?
Yes, exactly. So you know when you're outside watching your kids' ball games, maybe it starts raining, you don't want to get wet, you don't want to hold the umbrella. So I'm going to turn this, and it has mesh on 3 sides.
I love it.
So you can watch the game. Go
So
ahead
I
and
can
check
get
it out. And you
inside.
can put your little chair in there and sit down, wave
my
to your
gosh, this is so
kids. You can sit there
smart.
and read a book, pretend you're watching the game.
Now
but,
I can watch the kids from here.
right? What do you think? You like that?
I love it.
They also have walking pods too, so you can walk around with one of these over your head and your body. It's really cool to see that.
This is a very smart idea, so you can, you know, keep doing your activities outside, and when the rains come, boom,
Yes,
you got a result.
A lot of fun. Some other summer essentials. Got to stay hydrated, right?
Of course.
Yeah, if you're outside, want to make sure you have your water. What I love is RDCL Superfoods, the Radical Elements Superfood Blend. So it has things like antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, hydrating
love
coconut
it.
water, different flavors. This one is dragon fruit superberry. And so I'm going to use
This is
this little
very
shot
convenient and
glass
also very
and
small package. You
try
can put it in your bag with all your things. It's super easy to carry.
Yes.
This is a very good idea. And
It's
it comes
a
in
lot of
different
fun.
flavors, right?
It does. Lots of flavors. Before we try that, we're going to try these sweet hot sauces.
Ooh.
Are you a hot sauce fan?
Kind of.
You are
Let's say
today.
half and half. Today I am.
Yes. Okay, so this is Tannenbaum's hot sauce. We have pineapple, rosemary, or turmeric, or we have strawberry, mint, and basil.
It sounds really good.
Which one do you want to try? You can use it for baking, on pancakes, hamburgers, crackers.
I think I want to try this one.
The pineapple?
The pineapple, yes.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a little bit. What's fun about this is it tastes sweet at first, and then after a few seconds, you feel the heat. All right? What do you think? Is it
It is a
good?
little bit sweet, but it is spicy at the end.
Oh, you get that kick, right?
I love it.
Here, wash it down with this. That's a
This
good
looks like
flavor.
a little shot.
Yeah! Non-alcoholic today.
No, it's not. Of course it's not. Just kidding.
But
I
yeah,
love it.
Lots of different flavors there. You can do a lot with these hot sauces. Really good condiment for the summer. Now, remember the rose box?
I do.
This is Rose Box, New York City. These are real roses. I want you to smell them because they're real and they last
Oh
for
my
a year.
gosh.
Turn it around on the other side. It's a gift for you. Look at.
Living 7 by 7.
Yeah, it's a gift for the show. So isn't that
Thank you
sweet
so
that they made it
much.
for you?
It is so beautiful. It smells so good, and they last for a long time, right?
Yeah, they can last for a year, even longer.
That is
So
unbelievable.
it's amazing. I love Rose
them.
Box, New
and
York
this
City.
color is so beautiful. Now,
Yes.
Cheryl, you know that I like to go to the beach and enjoy the summer. Sometimes I forgot my glasses, my hat, but I know I need to have them with me all together.
You don't want to forget anything.
I know.
Prepare with Cher. So you want to have your sunscreen. I love Kiss My Face. They have
Okay.
aloe and witch hazel cooling gel if you get sunburnt. Lots of different sunscreens for your body, also your face. Baby sunscreen as well. Clean ingredients, which is what I love about them.
love it.
And also this one, your Honest sunscreen. They have a lot of different, this is for pH balance. They have a toning one. So it kind of acts like sunscreen and almost a makeup at the same time. More clean ingredients from Honest sunscreen, so a lot to choose from. You mentioned the glasses. These are for kids. Sunny's glasses. Go ahead and try them on.
So I can
they
try them.
are
Ooh.
polarized and they block UVA and UVB rays. Want to make sure you keep the kids' eyes safe. You look good in those.
Thank you.
What do you
though.
think?
I love them.
Yes, those
Yeah,
are
they're
super
so
cute from
So
Sunny's.
we can find these everywhere, right?
Yes, and then real quick, bug bite thing. In case you get a bug bite, this here. Have you ever tried it?
No.
It's like suction. Do you feel that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it sucks out venom
What
if you
is
get a
this?
mosquito bite. Bug bite thing.
I
Lots
love
of fun.
it. Never tried that before either.
And before we go, let's play a game.
Okay, so we're going to play a game.
This is Paddle Smash. This is a lot of fun. And
I'm
it's like
not good at
wiffle
games,
ball
Cheryl.
meets pickleball, and the goal is to smash it down in the middle.
Okay, let's see if I can do it right. Sorry, I'm going to turn my... Okay, let's do
All right,
it.
ready? I know
Okay,
you're...
I'm going to try.
Here we go. Okay.
Oh, no.
Here, hit
See,
it.
first
That's
try.
okay. Hit it straight down. There you go. Yeah, and that's how you do it. So it's a lot of fun.
I love it. I
Great
love it.
yard game for kids of all ages. You can get grandma and grandpa in there and play this game. Super fun. I do have some summer preparedness tips, by the way, that I want to
Okay.
make sure that I leave you guys with. So here we go. As you said,
Yes,
sunscreen,
very
sunglasses,
important.
and bug repellent. Hydrate with water, like we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Take breaks if working outside. Check on the elderly and those with heart and lung conditions during extreme heat. Bring your pets inside. Empty areas of water in your yard to avoid mosquito breeding. And finally, when thunder roars, go indoors to stay
I
safe.
love it. I love it so much. Thank you, Cheryl, because this was all what I need for this season. Now I have no excuse to protect myself in summer.
That's right. PrepareWithShare.com has more information for tips for any season.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Cheryl.
you.
Now we have to go to a commercial break. Coming up next, Dr. Liz is in the house right after the break. So I'm going to try the other hand.
Welcome back to Living 757. June is Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Awareness Month. And while most people have heard of PTSD, they don't really know too much about it. Well, we have a friend of the show who we're lucky enough to have in studio today, Dr. Elizabeth Frederick. She is going to help break down PTSD for us. Hey, Liz.
Hey, Ashley, so good to see you.
It's so good to see you. Usually we're so far away. It's so nice to have you in the house.
It absolutely is. Happy to be here.
Okay, so like I said, PTSD is something that most people have heard of, but there are a lot of common misconceptions. So let's break it down to the very beginning. What is it and who can it affect?
Yes, so great question. So post-traumatic stress disorder is a disorder that impacts somebody who's experienced a really heightened traumatic experience. And so trauma is very subjective in nature in general. And so something that might impact somebody one way, maybe won't impact another person a different way, but it's really how it impacts the individual. And so with post-traumatic stress disorder, you have to have certain symptoms that take place for at least a month for it to be diagnosed that way.
Okay.
And various, symptoms that come along with avoidance, hypervigilance, things of that nature.
Okay, now you said symptoms. So what are some of the signs and symptoms that people can look out for in themselves and in their loved ones?
So signs and symptoms of PTSD include nightmares, really common, flashbacks to the event, irritability, changes in mood state, so increased depression, anxiety, irritability, and really, as I mentioned, a hypervigilance of those type of situations. So it's really avoiding the situation that led to the traumatic event or thinking about it obsessively.
Okay. So this seems really serious. It seems like something that for those affected, it really can take over their lives.
Yeah.
Can it be cured? I don't know if that's the right word, but is there any way to kind of break out of that state?
Yeah, and that's a really important point. It really does take over their quality of life, their daily functioning, and it can happen to really anyone at any time depending on the situation. And can it be cured? Yes, it can be treated. So cognitive behavioral therapy, trauma-focused CBT, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, those are a couple modalities that are really effective for treating it.
Okay.
There might be some lingering triggers that last, ongoing, even throughout the lifespan. However, the really overwhelming nature of it can certainly be treated.
Okay. Now, can children experience this?
Absolutely.
And if so, okay, so they can.
Yes.
Now, can the triggering event happen when they're a child and the PTSD kind of present as an adult?
Absolutely, and likely it presented throughout childhood, adolescence, and into adulthood. But if they don't have somebody who's aware of it, who's cognizant of those symptoms, it may very well go left untreated, which is really impactful for somebody's quality of life.
Yeah, definitely, especially if it's starting from such a young age and then having to live without any kind of help or treatment.
Yeah.
What sectors of people do you think are the most affected by PTSD?
So you really can't define it that way. You can't specify because it might happen veterans or individuals who've been in the military. It's very common. We hear about that a lot. But also abuse is a very common reason for this. Car accidents or major life disasters. Everybody is susceptible to PTSD.
Okay. And if you are dealing with PTSD or your partner is dealing with PTSD, what is the best way to be supportive to someone going through that?
Really validating their experience or your own. So having compassion for it, being aware that it's a real disorder and it is really detrimental and can be incredibly overwhelming for people. And so not minimizing it, not dismissing it, but really recognizing the toll that it can take. And then providing validation and support. But then also, whether it's yourself or a loved one, mental health help is crucial. So reaching out to a mental health professional is the most important thing you can do if you realize this is what's going on.
Okay, that was going to be my last question. If you or someone else who's watching right now thinks, oh my gosh, I have all of these symptoms, what are the first steps that they should take to getting better?
Yes, so the very first thing would be to seek help. And I understand that's not accessible to everybody. So if not, really trying to find resources that are valuable coping skills, ways to manage it. But psychologytoday.com is a great resource to find. You can really filter through what you need, and that's a great way to find somebody who can help.
Awesome. Now, where can people find you and more information on you, because you put out so much great content?
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, my website is drelizabethfedrick.com. I'm also on Instagram at Dr. Elizabeth Fedrick.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, Ashley.
Now, they say that music can be stress relief, and it just so happens that Patricia and Quincy are with our amazing musical guest of the day.
That's right, ladies, and today we have a very special guest, Quincy. She started her journey at the age of 12. Can you believe that?
Yes,
she
I
opened,
can.
I know, because you've been working for so long too. She opened it for so many artists, and now she's coming back to the Hampton Road area to continue her journey. Let's welcome to the show international singer Celeste Kellogg.
Hey,
How are you,
Celeste.
Celeste?
How you doing?
Thanks for having me.
So
Good.
excited to have you with us today. So now, you open the stage for so many artists, like Jonas Brothers,
Yes.
Miley Cyrus, so many that I cannot even name now. When do you start it and how that happens?
So I actually, at the age of 12, I auditioned for a local Radio Disney group here in the Hampton Roads area.
Oh, wow.
Because we had a local AM 1650, I think it was.
Really?
So I found it on the Radio Disney website. I auditioned, and our first performance was at a mattress store, and it was kind of crazy. But our second one was at the Ted Constant Center, opening for Raven Simone in front of like 12,000 people.
Really?
And I was like,
Hold
okay.
up. Raven Simone
Yes,
sang?
like, say what? That's so Raven?
That's
Yeah,
Raven.
I didn't know
Raven.
that-
Yes,
Yes.
Raven. I used to watch her
Yes.
show.
I didn't know she
She's
was
so
a singer, though.
talented.
Yes,
Yes.
she did. She sang a lot. Like she sang with the Cheetah Girls and all that stuff too back in the
And
day.
she was part of the Disney club too. Yeah.
So I was able to open for her. I saw all the glow sticks out. I don't know if they do glow sticks anymore. It's like all cell phones, but I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Well, you know, I can tell that you've definitely been doing what you want to do for the rest of your life, and you're so professional with it. Why? Because if we get a good look at this, you are the first artist that's on Living 757 with a bedazzled mic like this. She got a little bedazzled little
got my logo and stuff.
thingamajigger around here. Like,
love it.
So, wow. So this was,
I
you
call
know,
it
like.
the bling bling.
The
So
bling
you-
bling.
She got it. Yes.
Yes.
the
Gotcha.
bling bling.
Nice. Now you also went to a pop school, right?
Yeah. School of Pop.
School of Pop out in
Los
Los
Angeles,
Angeles,
yes.
right? So did you see a bunch of Michael Jackson impersonators?
I didn't see any Michael Jackson impersonators at that point in time. Like rock was like really a popular thing for all the female artists, so they all had like crazy colored hair,
Yeah.
and it was great. But I learned a lot. I worked with a multi-platinum producer there that was kind of like coaching the songwriting stuff.
Okay.
And when I sang an original song for him, he was like, "We need to take you to Nashville." So I was like,
Nice.
"Okay." So I started my journey towards Nashville then.
Yeah.
I love that. So now I need to ask you something. I'm very curious.
Yes.
You open for Miley Cyrus, Jonas Brothers. Do you have the chance to chat with them behind?
Did.
Oh
I
my
did
gosh,
actually.
tell me
I got to talk to Miley, and apparently she has somebody in her family with the name Celeste, because she like referenced to
really?
her uncle. She was like, Celeste, like this is really cool. It's like a family name. She was super sweet, tall. I was
She
like
looks
looking
like-
up at her like
Yeah.
what? Jonas Brothers were super kind. I met all the Cheetah Girls, and then I've met a lot of country artists along the way as well, and everybody's been really, really kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
love that.
And you're a singer, songwriter,
Yes.
and a guitarist. So
Yes.
so tell me about the skills on the guitar. That's right there.
I can't say I have like any crazy like Joe Walsh Eagles skills or Hotel California type stuff, but I'm good at generic chords. Breed Love is actually I'm a Breed Love guitar artist,
Okay.
so they actually are the main brand that I play, and I absolutely love them.
Love it. Celeste, now you're coming back to the Hampton Road area. You're working in your next album. Let's talk about that.
Yes, I'm working on my new album. It's called Back in Boots, My Journey, and it's going to kind of touch on everywhere that I've touched musically, from LA, part of it will be done in LA, Nashville, Muscle Shoals, Alabama, a little bit out of Florida, and then going to produce some of it right here at home in Virginia Beach, because
I
it's
love
going to be
it.
like the homey songs about growing
Yeah.
up here.
And I like the name, Back in the Boots.
Yes.
Like-
You know, it's like you've been up missing
Yeah,
for a while,
exactly.
you
You
lost
have
your
to come back.
confidence, but now you're back in your boots and you're
back
ready
in
to
your
strut
boots.
it.
Back in your
Yes.
boots, and she knows that always back in her.
Yes,
I know,
ma'am.
That's what I feel.
Heels.
That's right.
Back into your heels, yes.
Back in here. So the song that you're singing for us today,
Yes.
tell us about how that's tied title came about.
It's the lead single off of the album. It's called Dirt Road Dancing. And so a while back, my friends and I were all filming a video, and we legit just danced on a dirt road.
Right.
And so out of that, I was like, you know, sometimes in the country, that's what we do. We just do some random things because there's not a lot of things to do.
Well, now, we have an event coming up. Can you talk about that? I think it's in Hampton, right?
Yes. July 4th, we're playing the Independence Day celebration picnic at Oyster Point City Center, or City Center Oyster Point. I always get the two mixed up.
Me
but-
too.
We have a Flyer Right Day picnic in the USA at the City
it.
Center.
Yeah.
Perfect. We can't wait to see you there performing live also once
excited.
again.
Yeah, and how can people go out and find you so they can join you on TikTok and all the platforms that you're on?
You can go to CelesteKellogg.com. It has all of my social links there. You can also find me on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, wherever you stream your music, Amazon. Ask Alexa, play me. It helps us indie artists out.
Oh, wow. Well, that is so cool. Well, we don't have to ask Alexa because after the break, when we go to commercial break, after the break, this young lady with her bedazzled mic and all is going to show us why she does what she
I
does.
need a picture with her bling bling. With the microphone.
We'll take one.
Please.
Let's do it.
All right, you stay right there. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Living 757.
Yeah,
What a great show, guys.
yeah, we're full of laughs, and I know a couple of things. I got my sunscreen. Okay, we got to have the sunscreen.
You wearing baby sunscreen?
Well, it's sunscreen.
50 is good. It's like a
Yes.
full protection.
Yes, thank you very much for explaining that. But I also have my, this is
What is that,
Native
Quincy?
Plants for Southeast Virginia,
I love
okay?
it.
This is another book, or a book that was inspired by our earlier guest, Trista Emmerich. So just it will help me with my yard. Y'all saw how bad my yard looks. So
I need help too with my backyard. If anybody wants to do my backyard, raise your hands.
yeah.
You know, do
literally-
you remember Megan's husband does grass?
Really? Okay. All right, yeah, well, you got to clear that up. Okay,
Call him.
cuts grass or handles
Do we need
the
his phone
grass?
number?
He cuts it and he fertilizes yards and
So he
puts
can help
down-
us with designer?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just-
what's your excuse? Because your yard, I've seen.
My yard looks great. And
I've seen those
and you're not carrying me, you're carrying Keith.
Oh, Keith, I was just joking. So, especially if we come into your house for the 4th, right? We are coming.
No, we say Quincy's.
No. You say I did not say Quincy.
Wait
I
a
said
minute.
She has the
I have
smoker.
it recorded on my phone.
She has the smoker. This girl smokes
Quincy.
briskets.
I do.
She said I do. Briskets, what?
Ribs,
Ribs.
wings.
Wings. Yeah. So why would you come to my house? I'm just
Yummy.
going. I'm just going to turn.
Oh,
the,
you're not gonna offer the same menu?
Wait a minute.
Hot
Okay, we're going to
dogs.
your house.
You literally did invite us to your house, though.
Yeah, hot dogs, hamburgers. But I like your idea better.
No. We're going to
Okay.
Ashley's house.
I
I
love
just
how
changed the
y'all
menu.
just volunteer me for this.
Yeah, I mean,
stuff.
but you have the goods. That's
have the
why.
goodies.
I mean, you've got the chickens. So we got
We can-
eggs on
yes.
deck.
We have
Okay.
fresh eggs.
I
we
thought
don't
you,
have,
I thought
we
you
don't
were
have
insinuating
any
we were
eggs.
just going to
We
pop
have
the chickens
fresh
in the
eggs.
smoker. I was like,
No.
I think that's how that
Yeah,
works.
this is like a grocery store going to this girl's house. So let's just party at your house. Cool. And we can do
Okay.
something else. Cool.
because
All
y'all
right.
are family.
Mariana.
Because
Family.
y'all are family, you know it's an open door at my house.
Good.
Aw,
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun.
Ashley.
Oh, and thanks, Cheryl again.
Cheryl
This
Green.
is-
Oh my God, these roses are so beautiful. The
And-
color and smell. Look, smell
And they got
so
Living
good.
757 on it. So
Yes, and the good thing that they last 1 year more sometimes.
nice.
Oh,
Nice,
right
nice.
there.
Yeah.
Look
Pretty
at that.
cool. Yeah, thank
Living
you very, very much,
757.
Cheryl, as always, and all of our guests for stopping
Oh my
by
gosh.
today, folks.
It match my shirt.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So, as always, you guys can follow us. Living 757 TV, and also share it, Living 757.
And all our social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Yep, and you can send emails to share at living757.com.
That's right. Now we're going to end the show as we always do with a live performance. This young lady is brilliant. Her name is Celeste Kellogg, and she has a song. This is called Dirt Road Dancing. Ooh.
She's back to us, back to Virginia Beach.
Deuces.
straight from the boulevard. Welcome to the backwoods. Bet your shades you ain't been this far. Yeah, you think you're in Hicktown? Well, I got news for you. I could give you the lowdown. We'll need to grab you some boots. Come on, move your body, get down with the beat. Do the dry dust slide and then stomp your feet. It's gonna feel real good, gonna feel real right. Let's go, go to dirt road dancing tonight. Dirt road dancing tonight. You see that sun setting down right behind those trees. That's where the lost are found. If you want, you could get lost with me. Yeah, you think you've seen it all, but we're more than fields and rows, you know. We punch that clock Friday at 5, drop that 4x4 and drive and crank that country FM radio. Up and move your body down with the beat. Do the dry dust slide and then stomp your feet. It's gonna feel real good, gonna feel real right. Let's go to dirt road dancing tonight. Dirt road dancing tonight. Come on, turn it up, can you handle the heat? Do the dry dust slide and then stomp your feet. It's gonna feel real good, feel real right. Let's go